Welcome, everybody, to Just Tell Me What Happens on the Binge Media YouTube channel and wherever you get podcasts. I'm Alex and Sarah, and I'm here with my boys, Jim Law and Pete MC. What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
Hey.
Now, Just Tell Me What Happens is the show where we just spoil everything. This is a movie review show where we spoil everything. We're not going to be dancing around any spoilers. No juking. Is that a sports term, Pete?
Not a clue.
Are we juking around spoilers?
Why would you ask him?
He's got the hat. I don't know.
Let me fact check that. No clue.
Backwards hat is obviously sporty.
Super sporty, Pete.
This week, we are reviewing in spoilerific fashion the 7th installment in Scream franchise, Scream 7.
Mm-hmm.
And, this has a lot of storied history in our network just because the first movie it's in my top 20 of all time still. Law, I know it's way up there for you. I don't know if it's your top 20. Pete, I think you like it. You like it.
First movie and don't care about the rest that follow.
And welcome to Just Tell Me What Happens, because we can do the whole franchise for you if you want.
Me?
Yeah, we'll give you the killer of 2. We'll give you the killer of 3. We'll give you the killer of...
I've seen them. I don't enjoy them. And are they from 3 on is forgettable? I have no idea.
Okay.
So then maybe I will.
Yeah. Patreon.com/binge media. $5 a month gets you early access to all of our shows. We do a monthly poll in which we have our listeners pick our commentaries for the month. Pick the movies that we're going to do commentaries for each month.
Have you guys ever done one of the Scream movies commentaries?
Yeah. We did.
Got to do the first one, right? Or probably the first one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on there. Yeah,
I probably did it. I don't know. I don't remember.
I'll look it up. I'll fact
check that, Pete.
Yeah.
What happens is you wind up like confusing doing a commentary for like real life. Like I saw that because like we're just talking shit throughout the movie. That's what I do in every movie. When I watch every movie, is just talk shit. So
yeah.
So it gets confusing after a while. Scream 7, boys. Okay.
Scream 7.
Before we get to that, I want to let everybody know that I published a chapter in a couple of books, and I want to let everybody know about that. So this is a book called Rethink Everything You Know About Networking. It was co-authored by my wife, and it's about networking. And in this, if people are interested, I published or wrote about binge media. Oh, you can't really see it. There we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Unintentionally creating a global community.
Wow.
And I talk about binge in the beginning of Law and I's relationship and how we created binge media and how it connects to networking. And so it's out. You can go to Amazon. It's called Rethink Everything You Know About Networking. But wait, there's more. I also wrote a chapter in this one. It's called Rethink Everything You Know About Craft Beer.
What the hell?
Also, I edited this one too. I copy edited the book.
You.
So this Rethink Everything You Know About Craft Beer, it's written by Just Merritt. She was my co-editor on the networking book. And in this one, I talk about bartending and growing up in a bar as a child bartender when I was 9 years. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
But it's there.
Okay.
Rethink Everything You Know About Craft Beer. So I talk about bartending, growing up in a bar, the lessons I learned from my uncle, and how I carry those lessons with me today. So
nice.
Incredible.
Links for both are going to be in the description. So wherever you get podcasts and on the YouTube video, we'll have links below.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Go support your boys. All right. We are here to talk about... Yeah, go ahead.
The commentaries. Alex and Ammon, you and Ammon and me, we did the first Scream. And then it looks like just Ammon and I did part 2.
Oh.
And then we stopped.
And that was it.
That was it, boys.
Pete had enough. It's like, that's it.
Yeah.
2's all I can do.
Just like your old ways. No 3.
Yeah. That's right.
Here we are, part 7.
Well, Scream 3, the worst out of the bunch.
Oh,
Is it not? I mean, the 3 is probably the worst. Okay. it's arguable because I know you guys hate everything after 1. What? No, Law, you like 2. You like 2.
I love 2. Yep.
And if I remember correctly, you kind of like 4, the meta one.
4 was all right.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to get into a ranking, no, let's do that at the end.
Yeah,
I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to rank these 7 movies.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, because I want to get into the ranking. I want to get into which ones are better, and maybe give our. No, we'll definitely do our rating on what Scream 7 is. So, what we do here on Just Tell Me What Happens is we typically go blow by blow, act by act, breaking down the movie chronologically. We're not going to do that today, and we're just gonna start at the top of the movie, and just if we miss certain moments, it's just what happens.
Yeah.
And speaking of just what happens, let's tell them what happens.
Okay, yeah, but that's a kind of the off-air conversation we had. There's not a lot to this movie, and the main plot point happens real quick. But before that, we get the opening scene. Now, all the Scream movies are famous for their opening scenes, right? You had the incredible probably honestly one of the greatest opening scenes of any film of all time in Scream, with Drew Barrymore, and then you had Jada Pinkett and Omar Epps.
Omar Epps, yep.
And Scream 2, and then you had was it Liev Schreiber in 3? Yeah, that was 3.
Yeah.
4, I don't remember. 5, I don't remember. 6, I don't remember. But 7, I think I'm going to remember because I really actually enjoyed this opening for this.
The opening was awesome. I mean, and it seems like a natural. It doesn't seem out of left field that there would be an Airbnb house for the Stab movies.
Absolutely. So Pete, they've made Stu Macher's house from the original movie in Woodsboro Airbnb house.
Okay.
But it's all set up with like they got the tape outlines of where all the bodies were on the floor. Nice. The TV's still on the ground, right? Where that fell on Stu. They've got props everywhere. They've got Stab posters all over the walls. It like Alex says, it like this would be a real thing. You know what I mean? And they would charge an astronomical amount of money for people to go there. People would do it.
Yep.
There is a mechanical ghost face in one of the like parlor rooms, one of the side rooms.
Nice.
That has kind of like a motion thing on it. That's super playful. I wish they played with that a little bit more, but it's the opening scene. Less is more. I wish they didn't take that so literally with the rest of the movie because there's fucking nothing going on in this movie.
Gotcha.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, they do a good job with that thing though. It's in the background of most shots of the opening. You notice that? Like you're always expecting it to move or come forward at some point. So they really play with the audience there. Kevin Williamson, so he's the guy that wrote the original one. I think this is where he's in his comfort zone right here, the nostalgia part. Because this whole movie is about nostalgia, but this scene in particular, he really nails.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, like absolutely.
The Stab concept in these movies has always been kind of a really cool idea. How they're able to follow along the actual franchise with a made up franchise, and kind of get reactions from people within the movie that are about their own movie. You know what I mean? Like they've toyed with that throughout the series, and it's been handled well. That aspect.
And really, they did it in the first one with Stu's party.
Yeah,
where they're like he's watching as Ghostface is behind him, and Gail and the camera guy are in the van going, no, turn around. So so they've been doing that since the beginning. Which I've always loved that part of it, and in 4 they just they go way over the top with it, which has balls. Like I like that they went for it in 4.
Yeah.
But this guy is such like I feel like the way this guy overacts and how fucking annoying he is like how you guys feel about like
the guy
teens.
that goes to the house.
Yeah. And like how you guys feel about like teens in movies. You're all just like fuck those guys. Like fuck these kids. I hate them.
Yeah. Scott is his name, and his girlfriend is Madison. She doesn't want to be there. He's he's super fanboy. She doesn't want to be there. He keeps leaving, like to go. Yeah, I gotta go shit, or I gotta go there. And she's always by herself, walking around this fucking house, and she's not familiar with the story as much as he is. Eventually, yes, the real Ghostface shows up, kills Scott, and then this kill isn't that great. There is actually better kills in the movie than these opening scenes, but and then kills the girlfriend and then burns down Stumacher's house. So it's gone. It's gone. It's all completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and also, like the attention to detail in this house too is awesome because like there's the knives. They they go into the kitchen, which is awesome.
Yeah. And then they start naming shit that happened in like Scream 5.
Yeah.
And like I don't, I'm like, oh, really? Like I don't even remember Scream 5 that well, but I guess the finale in Scream 5 did also happen in Stumacher's house.
Yeah. We'll get to 5 and 6. Because there's a big important character in 5 and 6 that is not even in here. I guess you can say 2 of them. Melissa Barrera's character, who plays Billy Loomis's daughter. Like what a reach! What a you know what I mean? To connect it to like the main series is fucking ridiculous. And Jenna Ortega is also not in. Way too famous.
Well, there's actually 3 characters from those movies because Skeet, who showed up as a ghost in 5 and 6, does not show up in this one, and is one of my biggest gripes in the movie. But we'll get there. All
right, we'll get there.
I'm also looking here. Mason Gooding is in this, so that's a character from the last
2. The twins. Yeah, they came back.
The 2 twins from the last 2 movies arrive with Gail Weathers when she comes from New York.
Gotcha.
They're her interns basically.
So it is connected to.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Pete. Okay, I don't like 5 and 6, and the fact that this whole movie's motive and concept is based around those 2 movies in particular. Actually, 6 more than 5. Really bothers me. But I'm getting way ahead of myself.
Okay.
As does this movie get way ahead of itself, Pete, because the next scene, we finally get to catch up with Sydney Prescott, who is now Sydney. What's her last name in this movie?
Evans.
I can't remember. Evans. She's now Sydney Evans. She is married to Joel McHale, who is the local sheriff in Pine Grove, Indiana. This is where she's decided to raise her family. She has 2 young kids that are away, a plot device that I have no idea why it existed. Why does she have kids that aren't there?
I don't know. Like, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember any of that from any of the other movies.
And she has like I don't know. How old do you think her oldest daughter is? 17, 18?
17, yeah, senior.
Okay, so that means when she did show up in 5, she had a teenage girl at home, like a 13, 14-year-old girl that was never brought up, never mentioned, never anything. Timeline here is a little weird, but I can forgive all that. I don't care. Let's just start anew without fucking rebooting the franchise. That's fine. Just give us a new plot point. That's fine. But almost immediately she gets a phone call from Ghostface. Now, this is something I feel like Neve Campbell has always nailed in this franchise. Just being done with it all. Sydney Prescott is just done with the fucking calls, right? Like Ghostface is calling, like, oh my God. Like from the opening scene of Scream 2, when Corey fucking Gillis calls her and she reads the fucking call display and says, you're Corey Gillis, and fucking reads off his number. But she's always nailed this aspect for it, of her character for me. In fact, Neve Campbell is so fantastic in this movie. We talked about this a little bit on the old show. I think she fucking looks great. I think she still can play this character with ease. And she's always been the number 1 part of this franchise for me. How did you like her?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like there was no time in between since like 3 or whatever, and now I mean she fits right in. I mean she's Jamie Lee, right? She's Jamie Lee in Halloween. Like she's always can be associated with that, and like I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, and I don't think she misses a step at all. Like coming right into Sydney.
No one's done it as long as her. No one's done this as long. No one's been the final girl as long as Neve Campbell has.
That's crazy.
Jamie Lee had what, 3 or 4 movies, I guess, if you count the fucking
true. Yeah,
the last trilogy.
Yeah.
And she's been so real about it. She's the most authentic part of these movies in modern day. Just seeing the way, and there's a whole subplot here, Pete, with her and her teenage daughter, which is obviously why it was introduced that she was a teenage daughter, about her not really talking about her past with her. She's allowed the stab movies to kind of explain her past to her daughter, and that's kind of come around and bitten her in the ass because her daughter feels like they're not close. She doesn't trust her. She doesn't think she's an independent, strong young woman. This is a whole plot device throughout the whole movie. It wears down.
It's pretty annoying.
Is it said or known that the daughter has seen the stab movies?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, her classmates are huge stab movie fans. I say it's annoying, but like you do get that payoff in the arc at the end. With the talk. But it's so fucking tedious. It's so tedious with the constant arguments and like maybe that's purposeful to have that ending payoff so well. But I think it was just too much. I think the payoff could have happened earlier, or at the very least, the amount of annoyances they have with each other could have been minimized.
Yeah,
because it really it doesn't add any tension. It doesn't really add anything other than annoying the audience, I think.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, we've all seen enough movies to know that she's gonna find her strength at the end of the movie. I mean, we get it. All right, but back to the plot. She gets a Ghostface call. Mad shit. Nev Campbell's not having any of it. She doesn't give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, this dude switches to FaceTime. This is like the fucking second or third scene in the film. Switches to FaceTime, and boom, it's Stu Macher. There's Matthew Lillard on the phone, fucking talking to her. Mad shit about what he's gonna do and how he's still alive and why he's so pissed off at her and that he knows all about her daughter and all about this and all about that. And okay, so one, I didn't like the reveal for him. It was just kind of like literally a phone flip, and then there's Matthew Lillard. I thought that should have been a way bigger deal, and it wasn't. And I guess maybe because everyone knew that it was in the film, maybe Kevin Williamson didn't want to treat it as big. But I thought they really fucked that up.
Yeah, I think they could have pushed that a little later into maybe the second act or the middle of the movie. And maybe just have like little glimpses of him. You know, because they played with that in the past, where like you could see him in the reflection of something, and then the person looks back and he's not there. You know, like they could have played with that a little bit more, and then just pushed out the reveal into the middle of the movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of the plot in here is not worth talking about. I'm just trying to get to the kills and shit. Anyways, as Ghostface shows up at their house after a couple scares outside of the house. Oh, at school. At school, he shows up and he ends up killing two of the daughter's friends, right? One was pretty good. She's like they're doing a play and she's hanging through the fucking rafters and he slices her fucking torso and all her guts spill out on the stage. Pretty great kill. Yep. And then one of the sound editing guy or light editing guys gets killed. So they lock down the Prescott house. Sorry, the what's her last name again? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Sydney's family.
They lock down the Sydney family house because you know Joel McHale is chief of police, so they're gonna fucking keep him safe. But no one checks the attic. So as soon as all the cops get out of the house, another Ghostface comes down from the attic and tries killing everybody. Almost pretty much takes out fucking Joel McHale, almost kills Sydney, almost kills daughter, blah, blah, blah. Finally gets up off the street outside and ready to kill everybody. And he's fucking run over with a car. Completely obliterated. Ghostface is dead. Gail Weathers comes out of the fucking car. Da-da-da. She gets a better introduction than Stu Macher. Way better introduction than Stu Macher. But then she has brought along the twins from 5 and 6 to be her interns because Gail has lost her job and she's trying to start her own thing. I'm not exaggerating when I say that these two characters might be the worst characters I've seen in about fucking 15, 20 years. Like, I can't fucking stand a second of screen time they have.
And these are in universe Randy's niece and nephew, right? They're part of Randy's family. On best movie of the year, you guys should check that out on YouTube or wherever you guys get podcasts. It's our we're trying to find the best movie of the year each month. We review a bunch of movies and pick what we think is the best movie for that month, and that, you know, goes throughout the year. What do you want from me? Anyway, we talked a little bit about Scream 7 and about these characters and other characters that are super annoying in this. I don't find them that annoying. I don't know what you're talking about. God. I really don't. Like, I don't get, like, ever since I've known Jim Law, he's hated kids. So, like, this is like, you know, you're preaching to the choir kind of thing. Like, you just hate kids in movies. So, like, I just chalk that up as that. You know what I mean?
I don't even, they're not kids though, right? These are these are full grown adults, but they're the worst. They add, they're the humor of this movie, right? They're trying to be the humorous characters / the Randy character, you know, and it never works for me. It honestly never works for me. Every line of dialogue they have is fucking grinding to me. Like, it's so fucking useless.
Yeah,
look at. Hold on, I got a really good comparison here. One of my least favorite films ever made is Godzilla '98. Okay, the main female character in that movie is a reporter trying to get her big break. Guess what the fucking female twin is trying to do throughout this movie in taking Gail's spot? Has her microphone ready at all times in case Gail can't make it to the camera. She's trying to get her big break. I can't even fathom that they are stealing a plot point from Godzilla '98, one of the worst fucking films ever made, and they are using it in this film. She's got her. There's one scene, Alex, that is so fucking stupid. She's about to do a newscast. Gail cuts her off, right? But she's still got the microphone in her hand for whatever fucking network they're doing. A real news crew comes over, played by what's his name? Fucking George. No, is it George? Who cares? He comes over and he's like, he starts interviewing her about what happened here at the house. And she's doing the interview with her microphone in her hand, not connected to anything. She's talking in her microphone as he's talking in his microphone. It's, oh my God, it's my.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was on purpose. I think that was.
I know it is, but it
was a bit.
I know, but it's stupid. It's, oh my God, it's so dumb.
Look, I'm not defending. What? Go ahead.
She doesn't know how microphones work. Like, that's supposed to be funny. She's trying to get her big break.
I'm not defending the bit. I'm just saying, like, I think it's a bit. Yeah, and I think, you know, when she does try, you know, has a microphone trying to get, I think that happens twice. It's not every other scene. She's trying to get her a big break.
Yeah, but at the end, her story arc comes full. Like, at the end, she gets her big break, right?
Yeah.
Like, Gail says, "Oh, why don't you take this one?" And we're all supposed to go,
"No,
oh my God!"
No, she said, "Where's your take one?" Very uncomfortable to watch this movie.
Just her.
I also think I have a low bar when it comes to these movies, which is fine. Like, I'm always going to watch a Scream movie.
Absolutely.
Has this become the Fast and Furious of a horror franchise?
Yeah. Well, I never really liked Fast and Furious, though, so no, not for me.
But you watch it.
I never even liked the first one.
You do watch everyone.
You watch everyone.
I didn't watch the first one?
No, you watch every Fast and Furious movie.
No, what happened?
What do you mean?
Oh, everything just cut off for me.
Oh, did it glitch? No, I said, but you watch you watched every Fast and Furious movie, right?
I think so. Okay. I think so.
I see what you mean, though.
Really
I see what you mean, Pete. Like, this is a franchise that is like, it's just it's schlocky nothingness.
Well, you're not expecting Scream 1.
Like, it's fun to laugh at the way Fast and Furious is.
Yeah, but
aside from the kills, which if you translate that to Fast and Furious is probably some fucking
action.
car racing scene or action. Yeah, exactly. Action scene.
But you're not walking
Yeah.
into Scream 7 going, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be the best horror movie of the year, right?
I'm not. But there's always something. And look at, I don't really care. You're right. Like, this is a little bit like Fast and Furious. I don't really care this much. I'm trying to get into this for this particular show.
Yeah.
But there's always something that ends up kind of pulling me back. It's like, so 1, 2, 3, we're kind of close together, so that's fine. I'll write those off. But then 4 came, and it was quite a few years after, so we got excited about it, right?
Yeah.
Bringing all these characters back. And then 5 came out, and it was, again, a little bit of a time gap, and it was good to see them all back, even though Nev and Courtney, they were barely in the film, right? Like, they just showed up at the end. And then 6 comes out, and you're like, all right, there's going to be no Sidney Prescott, but they're going to New York. Ghostface has got a fucking gun. Like, I remember seeing that in trailer and being like, whoa, this is going to be awesome. And then, of course, this one, the whole Matthew Lillard signing is something that I've always wished, would happen. So there's always something that kind of pulls me back. I've seen every single one of these movies in a theater. Every single one.
They know how to reel you in, is what
they do. They do. And you're right, though. I know it's not going to be good. And I know, and it's been cursed from the perfection of the first movie. It will never, ever measure up to that first movie. I know that. I think, honestly, I thought Scream 2 was almost a better film until the end. And it's just such a massive drop off at the end for me that it doesn't even come close to the original.
Yeah. Yeah.
But where were we?
So Ghostface kills a couple of Tatum's classmates.
Yeah.
While they're rehearsing their play or whatever. Let's see what happens next. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, the house.
Yeah, they went to the house. And
so Gale kills Ghostface.
Yep.
Gale runs over Ghostface. They demask him, and nobody knows who he is.
Right.
And they kind of make a little bit of an in joke here, like, what the hell? We always know who it is. Like, I don't get it. Like, who is this? They can't figure out who it is. So then it becomes an investigation movie with Gale and Gale and Sydney. They got to find out who this guy is. They find out he's a patient at a psych ward. They got to go to the psych ward to find out if this is where Stu Macher was, if people there recognize Stu Macher, if they recognize the guy they killed. They're starting to put it all together. And the worker at the psych ward says, yeah, that's, I can't remember the name they call him, Joe or John. They're like, yeah, that's John. Looking at a picture of Matthew Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was here for years, had lost his memory, didn't know who he was good friends with the guy they just killed. And they're starting to think, oh shit, what's going on? Stu Macher's back. We're dead.
Yeah.
All right. So then, I don't know. Let's just skip ahead, Alex.
Yeah.
To the bar scene. I imagine would be the next thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids sneak out. There's what do you call it? Curfew. There's a curfew in Pine Woods, Indiana.
We get to hear Red Right Hand from the first movie.
Yes,
shots of the downtown, leaves
great little vibe
this way and that way.
I like that.
Very vibey.
Great little vibe. So in this group of kids, we have the twins, of course. We have Sydney's daughter, Sydney daughter's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
Sydney daughter's boyfriend, Sydney's daughter's neighbor.
Yes, the kid. Yes,
friend.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he's this techie guy who is ultra shady throughout the movie, and it's they should just have him wearing a shirt that says
a red
flag or red herring.
A red herring, yeah.
And they're all at this bar, and they're going to try and figure this out for themselves. But while they're doing that, Sydney has finally told Gale, the only way we can get Stu Macher to come out and after us to kill him is if I finally give you that interview you've wanted for the last 30 years.
Yeah, so they're trying.
So we finally get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they get on Mark Consuelo. That's who I'm fucking talking about. They go on Mark Consuelo's fucking news program, and Gale finally interviews Sydney about, I don't know, the past 30 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
And in 25 seconds, Sydney gets upset with a question and fucking walks off the stage, and they start fighting. This was really funny to me, Alex. They get into a fight here, and then all of a sudden, Ghostface shows up at the bar. Sydney's daughter calls Sydney. So Sydney's like, I got to get to the bar. I got to go. And she leaves. We don't see Gail again in this movie till the fucking final scene.
Is that right?
Mind-boggling me. Yes.
That's fucking
When
weird.
Sydney runs away from the broadcast or the news station, we don't see Gail again till the final scene of the movie, which is absolutely fucking weird to me, man. I don't even know what that choice is. That was very strange.
Well, what's weirder that we don't like she disappears and we don't see her until the last, scene of the movie, or that all these underage kids are in a bar drinking.
Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, the one girl's dad owns it, so she whatever. Anyways, when Ghostface shows up there, we get some more deaths. And the funniest death scene of the movie that makes no sense absolutely whatsoever. There's a big spout for a draft beer, right, Pete? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very pointy on the top of it,
like the tap handle, right?
Yeah. So Ghostface picks up this kid, and from the top slams his head onto the tap.
Oh,
right?
I know where this is going.
So he lands on the tap like this, and then he leans forward, and beer comes out of his mouth.
Uh-huh.
Which makes no sense at all. Like, absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
But it made for a funny visual.
Yeah.
I just remember thinking, that's not how that works.
It's not how any of this works.
No.
It would just be going down his back, I'm guessing, the beer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Into his crack.
He dies. Who was that, Pete?
So he did.
Alex? Was that the sketchy?
The sketchy neighbor? Yeah.
That was a sketchy neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And then her best friend dies.
Mm-hmm.
The one that whose dad owned the bar. Her boyfriend dies. Does he die? I think he dies.
Not then.
No. Out in the street. When,
Mm-hmm.
we have a whole scene where he's chasing her throughout the streets of Woodsboro because there's a curfew. No one else is out on the street. So we have this giant set piece, which is actually pretty cool. Ghostface fucking chasing her around. She's hiding in different storefronts. Sidney Prescott has her own coffee shop. That's where she ends up taking solace in because she knows the security code. She goes in there. And you got Ghostface outside trying to get in for the remainder of the film. She calls her mom again. Sydney's still running, by the way. She's still running to the fucking thing. She decides, okay, I'm not going to make it. So I'm just going to she pulls up. She stands in the middle of the street, pulls up all the security cameras for the coffee shop, and is on the phone with her daughter. So she's basically talking. She's doing a live stream. Her daughter's doing a live stream for her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking to her on the phone while Sydney's watching all the cameras. So she knows where Ghostface is. Outside.
Amazing service, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There isn't a single glitch.
No.
Or the security cameras.
Yeah, going from security cameras to text to calling. It's perfect.
So her daughter's trying to hide. Sydney's talking her through it. There's a gun in the safe. Ghostface gets into the fucking shop. She gets into the back office. She barricades herself. She gets the gun out of the case. But then Ghostface stops banging on the door. He's walking around. Sydney knows exactly where he is outside, so she tells her daughter where to shoot through the wall. She shoots. She hits Ghostface. She leaves the back office. Ghostface is not dead. I'm not going to lie to you, Alex. I don't remember.
I think that's when she sees the boyfriend outside, right?
Right. Yeah, and then the boyfriend ends up dying. She gets finally captured by another Ghostface. There's two Ghostfaces. This is the reveal, Pete. Another Ghostface comes in after she shoots the other one. She ends up getting taken to Sydney's house, calls Sydney, Stu, tells Sydney to come home because she wants to watch, she wants her to see her daughter die. And then we have the final fucking matchup at the end, the final battle when Sydney comes home.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostface is super techie in this movie, Pete. He takes over all the TVs in the house, all of them, and he starts playing a video for her. And this is where we get all our AI shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stumacher comes on. He starts talking shit, but then he disappears, and here comes Billy Loomis's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She shows up. She starts talking shit. And then she disappears. And here comes Sydney's brother, Roman, from part 3.
Right, yeah.
He starts talking shit. And then he disappears. And here comes David Arquette. Fucking Dewey shows up. And he's just fucking talking, not talking shit, but just trying to make her feel bad about what she's done to him. So Sydney's going through all this shit. Now, here's one of my biggest gripes with the AI thing, because it's not really AI, right? Like I saw Kupka had posted something on Facebook today saying,
oh, yeah.
you can't use the AI trope. And I get it is an AI trope, like they're using AI, but these are the actual people. So they're not actually using AI. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not using AI to make a horror movie. They're just using it as a plot device. Anyways, if he has this ability, whoever it is doing this, and we'll get there, Pete, I know you're dying to know.
He is.
If he has this ability, how is he not using Billy Loomis as one of the people to bother her?
Right.
It makes zero sense that he would go with Stu Macher and not Billy Loomis.
It makes zero sense, right? Like, did they just figure like, oh, we got rid of his daughter in this movie, then there's no Billy Loomis? That's stupid. Then why did you use a mom?
Now I get it. It's probably a Skeet Ulrich thing. He didn't want to do the movie. I don't know. I have no idea why he's not in this movie, and yet he was in the last 2. But the fact that they bring Billy Loomis's mom to fuck with Sydney and not Billy Loomis, her boyfriend, that was the main killer in the first movie, it doesn't work out. This whole concept that they're using makes little to no sense at all.
Absolutely. And also, going back to the tavern that they were at is when the twins start talking about there are no rules.
Right, they do in the
there's no rules, but there's because it's nostalgia, right? I don't even think this is all that nostalgic. Now that's more about, I guess, like we still got the rest of the movie to get through, but I just thought it was, they set up the nostalgic thing, but I never got that sense that this was a nostalgic kind of thing.
Really?
No, not at all. Like, you bring Stu Macher back in AI form and fucking Billy's mom in AI form. So it's like looking at a picture. Like, none of that matters.
But
yeah.
Are you saying not for her, or like I'm saying for the audience it is, right?
I don't know, man. I'm immune to nostalgia, so like maybe it just went over my head. I don't know. Maybe that's on me. I just didn't feel like it was very nostalgic. Like, you can say nostalgic, but like I didn't really get that sense at all.
Yeah. Well,
but again, that's me. Like, I don't get nostalgia. That's
I want to do a deep dive on this. You don't get nostalgia thing at one point.
No.
Like, nope. I just want to understand it.
I get nostalgic about like personal things in my life, but not like when it comes to like pop culture. Like,
no,
not at all.
Like,
you feel nostalgia when Red Right Hand plays, like, not nostalgia.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. They brought it back. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
you're not like,
I'm not sitting there fucking, like, oh my God, I can't wait for another 9 fucking screams so I can hear Red Right Hand again. I'll just put on Red Right Hand.
It works on me. Like, I
can tell. I'm looking at your background.
you brought up that the song that they played in that scene, and I'd almost kind of forgotten about it. But I remember in the theater, I was kind of like, oh, this feels good. It feels good to have I love that vibe of the first movie, right?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That dusk setting when everyone's trying to pack everything away and get off the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I love that vibe. And that nostalgia works on me big time.
Mm-hmm.
This nostalgia that we're talking about right now with the AI shit, none of that worked with me.
Yeah, yep, that's what I'm saying. But like, just because you bring them back doesn't mean like it's automatic. Like, what you're explaining, I understand that. But like what they're trying to pass off as nostalgic, I don't think is it just doesn't work it doesn't work for me.
No. And even as a plot point, even if it's not
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If Kevin Williamson is going to argue like it's not nostalgia, it's part of the plot. Well, your plot sucks because they would use Billy Loomis here.
Sure.
That's how you get to Sidney Prescott. You did not Stu Macher.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Pete, it's all AI. None of them are real.
It's all AI. Everything is AI.
Oh, speaking of nostalgia, they recreate the very first kill
They do.
in a Scream franchise where they tie up Sydney's daughter on a chair on the back porch and put a spotlight on her and tell Sydney to go in the back and da-da-da. Both Ghostface show up. And then we get a reveal. Pete, I hope you're ready.
Bring it.
Because throughout this entire plot, we didn't talk about either one of these characters once. And that's how important they are to this movie.
Joel McHale?
Nope.
No. Close, though. Close.
The worker at the psych ward that lied to them about knowing who Schumacher was, who was played by Papa Giorgio, by the way.
I was like, I know that guy. And then we left the theater. I looked him up. I'm like, Nick Papa Giorgio. Holy shit. I fucking love that guy. Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's actually just a kind of like a sidekick because the main Ghostface is Sidney Prescott's neighbor, the mother of sketchy fucking tech guy.
I don't like these whodunit movies anymore.
Yeah.
It's been years because they just will pick anyone that showed up on screen for a second, and we're supposed to be like, cool.
And you can always
get my money back.
And then you can put a flashback where from some earlier scene and they're in the background just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He was here the whole time.
So stupid.
And her reasoning is fucking stupid too.
What is
her
it?
reasoning?
Can you even call it that?
It's basically she saved her, like Sidney Prescott's book. I don't know, just about surviving Ghostface or whatever, right?
That's what it's called.
Coming out in life. What's it called?
Surviving Ghostface.
No, it's not. It's called something else. I can't remember it. Anyway,
what it's called.
How I Made It.
It changed her life. It saved her life because she had. Listen, Pete, you're gonna miss the end.
I told you to leave me.
She had an abusive husband, and he was awful to her. And she read Sydney's book, and it made her stronger, and it learned how to survive on her own and be a strong, independent woman. But then Sydney went away. And I shit you not, Pete, what it comes down to is that this girl is the Ghostface killer because Sydney wasn't in Scream 6. And I shit you not, that is how I feel about this movie.
Wait. Hey?
Sydney went away into hiding. She disappeared. She wasn't around anymore. She wasn't in New York. She brings up in her speech, her long speech at the end, Demask, you didn't go to New York when you were needed.
Oh.
You weren't in Scream 6 is all I heard. That's all I fucking heard the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's why she wanted to kill her. They fucking they kill Ethan Embry, shot to the head, right? He's dead quick. And then she chases him around the house. And then they have one of these most elaborately violent fucking endings to a Scream movie I've ever seen when her daughter and her they both have guns. They're both trying to end this. They shoot her. You got to shoot her in the face, which is a great, nostalgia. Nostalgia. You got to shoot him in the head. She pops up for one last time, and they unload their clips in her fucking face.
It's like rubber. It's like
it's a fleshy puddle. Her face is a fleshy fucking puddle of just gore.
We were dying.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Mom, you're the best. I knew you had it in you. Credits.
Cool.
So, daughter's name is Tatum. Named after Rose McGowan's character in the first movie. And so that's like the one thing is like, you name me Tatum. Thanks. You name me after your friend who died when she was 16 or something like that, which is kind of a funny line. And then she's like, Tatum was the strongest person.
Most
she said what was on her mind, so
Yep.
outspoken, this and that. And she's like, you want to ask anything else? And she's like, no, that's okay for now. And then that's supposed to be like, they're on the road to recover. Their relationship's on the road to recovery. And so is
Scream 8.
so is Joel McHale is on the road to recovery.
Oh yeah,
After
got
just
shot
getting absolutely getting fucking housed by Ghostface earlier in the movie.
I feel like he got stabbed like 10 to 12 times.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, it's just again, like to your point, Pete, like a whodunit because then you could just make anything up. It's the same thing. What the twins like get stabbed like
Yeah.
pretty like in the gut, and it's pretty nasty, and then they're just like limping over. It's my big debut or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh god, shut
Yeah, like
up.
Survivor, like
And it wasn't.
is a reveal too, right? Yeah. Who survived?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's like a separate reveal. Yeah.
Yeah.
and how Tatum gets loose from the chair when she's tied to the chair is that Joel McHale's laying at the at her feet, like on plastic, on tarp, because they're doing all kinds of like work on the house because Ghostface fucked it up earlier, and so there's like all this like tarp and shit hanging. So they had, I guess, wrapped him up, and he's at Tatum's feet by the chair.
Yeah.
He reaches into his little pocket or his like boot or whatever the fuck, and he's got a little knife.
Yeah,
And he
nice.
starts cutting the rope as fucking the killers are telling this big elaborate stupid
Never
story.
seen anything like that ever.
No.
Wow. That's gonna really change cinema.
Yeah. But like it's right there, and there's two people with guns, and like he's literally like it's fucking loud. Like he's just cutting the rope, and it's so fucking loud, and it's so fucking stupid, and everything is fine at the end, like with this family, and I think that's kind of stupid. Come on, I want to see some heads roll.
Oh man! Well, when you're monologuing, you're not going to see anyone cut their straps.
You're so concentrated on staying on point, staying on message.
You've memorized this speech, and you're like, I'm going to get this out. There's going to be no distractions.
It's like, I've been memorizing the speech since you didn't show up in New York. You fucking you bitch! God damn it!
Oh, Law, I know you love this franchise, or you think you do.
I don't.
I think that's what most people could say. Like that, Scream 1 is great. I guess we're done with the synopsis or the plot breakdown. I think most people would just look at it's like the first one's great, second one's pretty good, but you're not a fan of the franchise, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give it this. I think I'll remember this one more than the last two. I don't remember anything about the last two. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember the motivation for either reveals. Particularly the last one about like that whole family of fucking killers. I have no idea what they were doing.
They were collectors.
They
were collecting all
museum, right? Of all
they had the museum.
Oh yeah. Right.
I honestly I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, that's like if we're going meta and we're going like there's going to be super fans, obviously. Of the Stab movie. So that kind of made sense to me. 6, like New York, I remember Samara Weaving's the opening girl.
I remember.
Yes.
And just like all the Dermot Mulroney is the dad. I remember that, and the whole like the collection and the museum and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. 5 is completely forgettable to me. Completely forgettable. And
I have no idea.
Yeah, Melissa Barrett was the Billy Loomis's daughter, and I think the franchise is like so much better without her, because like she's an awful actress. I just think she's absolutely terrible in those movies.
Yeah, I remember it being in 5, the killer was the girl that won the didn't she win the Academy Award for the movie a couple years ago? What the fuck was her name?
Meryl Streep.
She played that stripper. She played the stripper that hooked up with that.
I'm kidding. From I know exactly what you're talking about.
She was nominated. I don't know if she won, but I know she won like a Golden Globe or something. And then what's his name? Huey from The Boys. He was the other killer. What's his name? Randy Quaid's son.
That's right.
Quaid.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He was the other killer. I remember that. And I remember Nev and Gail showing up at the end and at Stu Macher's house, and it was a big deal. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I don't know. There's never really been a great motivation. Like, even think to the first one. Think about the first motivation for the first film. Billy wanted to kill Sydney because her mom fucked her dad, and her mom ended up leaving because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to kill Sydney. It's a little far-fetched, but it's great. And I think Matthew Lillard makes it great because he adds the craziness to it, and it just seems like they're psychos. So, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Part 2, Billy's mom, I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. It sprung at you at such a late moment in the film and then Timothy Olyphant's just, I guess, adding that psycho aspect.
Yeah.
Part 3, Roman's her half brother, and I guess that ruined his life in some way. I think that might be the best motivation for any of these Scream movies. What was 4? I don't even remember the motivation for 4. Were they just movie nerds? Because it was Culkin and
that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was her niece. Her niece was sick of her getting all.
That's right. Emma Roberts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of a stretch. That was a huge stretch.
Mm-hmm. So there was an alternate ending. I just read about this today. Not 100% sure that this is true, but I read that in the end they were actually going to have Stu be alive. After the killers get killed, they were going to have a scene where they showed it was actually Stu setting all this up, and that would lead into the next movie. And they showed it to a couple people, and they hated it. And I'm thinking, they're reading this, I'm like, this is fucking so much better.
Yeah.
So much better. And you're setting up the next movie, the next trilogy, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they didn't want to go with that way. So,
well, that's unfortunate because that actually, I don't know if it could have saved the movie, but
yeah,
could have made it better.
It could have made it better. It could have.
Does that ruin part 1 for you, knowing that Stu didn't die?
No, not at all.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
No.
It is cool that in the stab house, they have the chalk outline of Stu, and they have the TV where the head is.
It's still on his face down. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. All right, let's rank these. Well, give me your rating for 7.
All right, I'm gonna go with my initial rating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I talked myself down a couple of years. So.
I was gonna say, you didn't talk yourself up.
No. My initial rating was a 5 on 10.
Yeah. That's mine now. Yeah.
And that's 5 points for nostalgia. What are your 5 points for?
For the 5 minutes I left to take a piss in the middle of the movie. No. No. I if anything, this talked me down to a 4.
Yeah. I can totally get down with that. I'm not going to argue that at all.
Yeah. All right, a 5 and a 4. Okay, so I think now obviously OG Scream, that's the GOAT. That's the greatest in the franchise. I'm gonna go 2 after that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 6. Then probably 3, and then 5, and then 7.
7's last.
7's last, and that's 3 was last for how long?
I have no issue if I have no issue ranking these 1 through 7 in that order.
Oh, okay.
I could switch 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But I literally have no issue saying that every single movie's gotten worse.
That's awesome.
Absolutely not.
That's great.
That saying, I probably, if I had to watch, I'd probably watch this again before I would watch 5 and 6. So maybe I could put that in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, man, just talking through this and just all the fucking shit I've gone through since watching it, it's last place right now. It's just, it's just so, the motivation, the everything about it is just fucking dumb. Other than Sydney Prescott herself,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I liked. Again, I liked I thought it was pretty unique to have these complete psychos have a museum to the stab movies.
Yeah, I remember that.
So 6 was kind of cool. But like 5 is so fucking forgettable. And then I just like how 4 came back after a long period of time, like you said, and just went so fucking meta with it.
Yeah. They had that really good scene in 4 too, when in the barn with the live camera. I remember Gail had a live stream going on, and she was in the barn, and Ghostface was. That was a really good scene.
That was
I remember
cool.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Wow, a 4 and a 5 for Scream 7. Who could have saw this coming, except for all of us and Pete?
Pete knew.
Pete knew. Pete knew. Pete knew.
You're never gonna watch this, Pete?
You want to ask me if I'm
Pete, hey, are you ever gonna watch this movie?
It's interesting. It's an interesting question after all your reviews, and they've gotten worse and worse. But no, I'm not.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Pete! Oh no!
Pete!
Oh.